Hi everyone, Carolina here from Creation Handmade. Today I'm going to share with you how I stamp my Gorjuss Girls. I received several requests, so I decided to make a little video and show you using a couple of different inks. I'll also be using a 110-pound Nina Solar White cardstock because I usually color my girls with Copic markers. You could also use the 80-pound version, it works really good too. I'll use the Misti and the Fiskars Stamping Tool. If you don't have either one, but you own an embossing or cutting machine like the Cuttlebug, for example, and you have some clear plates, you could use those instead. So we'll start the video using the girl from the Waiting stamp set. I'm going to use Memento London Fog ink for the first impression. I run the little ink pad all over my stamp, and I try to make sure that I spread the ink everywhere. Once I'm ready to stamp, I make sure that I press firmly all over my stamp. I take a little time and I use a little more pressure than I generally use with my clear stamps. So as you'll see now, it's a fairly good impression. You'll see some of the lines, they have a little bit of ink spread on them. And that is because since you're using a very small ink pad, you don't have a straight surface. So some of the ink will seep and concentrate through the ridges of your stamp, and then that will come up on your impression. You'll see what I mean now that I'm using the bigger ink pad. Since I have a bigger straight surface, the ink is not going to seep through the ridges as much as you do when you just use a smaller ink pad. Your impression, it's a lot cleaner. And here you have it. A pretty clean impression with not smudges. And now I'll use the black Hero Hues dye ink from Hero Arts. And here's a different way to do it. Instead of bringing the stamp tool to the cardstock, we'll do the opposite as you see here. And again, I make sure that I press firmly all over the cardstock area so that my stamp image is pretty clean and clear. And here you have the result. It's a pretty good image. I do it this way often. And finally, I'm going to use the Gateway stamp set along with the Misti tool and the Hero Arts dye ink for my last impression. I'm going to set up my cardstock, whatever I wanted, on my stamping tool, and then my stamp, whatever I wanted, stamped on my cardstock. And I'll close the lid of my Misti tool so I can grab my stamp. I'll ink my stamp with the Hero Arts dye ink and make sure that I cover the whole area. I'll use a magnet on top of my cardstock so it doesn't shift or move. And then I'm ready to close the lid of my Misti and press firmly all over my stamp so I can try to have a good impression. I take a little time just to make sure that I press all over my stamp. Now you can see, even though I try to press firmly all over my stamping area, I still didn't get the perfect impression that I was looking for. The great advantage of the Misti tool is that I can just re-ink my stamp, close the lid, and it will just stamp right over the image that I stamped before, so I can correct my image. And once again, I'll try to press firmly all over my image. And here we have a perfect impression. Thank you very much for watching my video. I hope you liked it. I hope it helps you. If you liked it, don't forget to click the like button and subscribe. And I hope to see you back here soon with another video. Bye bye. And now we have a perfect impression.